Killer Mikey Schultz has denied threatening Oscar Pistorius' sister Aimee during sentencing proceedings at the High Court in Pretoria earlier today. The alleged incident happened when Schultz and his friend sat in the front row of the court, which is reserved for family members. Schultz, who admitted to killing mining magnate Brett Kebbel, allegedly swore at Aimee Pistorius, leaving her visibly shaken. Apparently, the hitman had complained about not having seating and situated himself next to the athlete's family. Pistorius allegedly told them that the bench was reserved for family members only, which angered Schultz. Pistorius and her family then asked for a police escort out of the courthouse. Schultz and his friend were removed from the court, and at this stage it's unclear if they'll be allowed back in. Well, court proceedings have been adjourned until tomorrow at the North Gauteng High Court. Joining us for a wrap of the day's proceedings is our reporter, Patricia Fasaki. We're live to her now outside the courthouse.
Well, certainly today we saw a last attempt from the Steenkamp family asking the court to allow justice to prevail for the killing of their family member or loved one, Reeva Steenkamp. This, as we heard, the heartfelt plea of Reeva Steenkamp's cousin, Kim Martin, telling the court that Oscar Pistorius must pay for what he has done, basically referring to the fact that the Paralympian shot and killed their cousin. And she told the court in a very emotional plea that we cannot send out a message to society that it's okay to shoot a harmless person through a closed bathroom door and think that you can get away with it. She also told the court that now that she knows that there are sufficient provisions and resources in the country's correctional facilities, she believes that it would be suitable to allow the Paralympian to serve his punishment behind bars. So, of course, that is a plea that was consolidated later with the testimony of the acting commissioner for correctional services, and that is Zacharias Mudise, who also came to tell the court in a very confident testimony that there are enough provisions, and our correctional service facilities and our prisons across the country, have enough facilities, have enough resources, and enough people to cater for people with disabilities, especially a double amputee such as the Paralympian. But of course, I'm not alone. I am again, as usual, joined by a legal expert to delve more into today's court proceedings here at the closing arguments for the Oscar Pistorius sentencing proceedings that, of course, we will see tomorrow. And this is Tian Hubert who is joining us. Tian, let's go back to Kim Martin's testimony. Do you think that heartfelt plea was enough to convince the court that the Paralympian should serve jail time?
That is one of the factors the court will take in consideration. She acts on behalf of the Steenkamps throughout the whole trial. She's been acting, or not acting, the family has been acting as a unit, talking to their lawyers by means of statements. So I'm sure she has a mandate to speak on behalf of the family. And she gave a view on what the family deems to be justice. Now, what justice is still needs to be tempered by the law and the other factors which has been heard by this court.
Of course, today we saw lesser emotions, in court. But yesterday, it was overwhelming as she started crying uncontrollably. We saw June Steenkamp, Barry Steenkamp also crying. Even the Pistorius family started crying when she gave her testimony as to, the impact the Steenkamp family experienced when they learned that Reeva Steenkamp is no more. To what extent will that count?
It's true, it was very emotional yesterday, but still, that's why we have the law. Justice needs to be tempered. Otherwise, we have to look at mob justice. The law is there to ensure that person will be properly punished without taking too much emotion into regard.
All right, we don't have much time left, but let's talk about Zacharias Mudise's testimony. Are you convinced that there are enough facilities, as he indicated, to accommodate somebody like Oscar Pistorius should he go to prison?
Well, the Commissioner is the person who's best able to give that evidence to the court. He had his numbers ready, but not all of it. Now, there's a difference between what's stated in statistics and practice. So I'm not 100% sure that they will be able to take care of Oscar's needs. You will be preferentially treated, and how fair that is to other inmates, I do not know.
All right, now, the drama that unfolded earlier with Mikey Schultz and his friends, would they be allowed to come back to court tomorrow and, of course, when we hear the sentence?
Well, they were removed for today. I'm sure they will be able to come back. That depends, that's in the discretion of the court. But I'm of the opinion that that's much ado about nothing. There is a lot of media hype, there is a lot of emotion. I wouldn't make too much of this.
All right, that is the legal expert, Tian Uberges, giving us some detail about some legal analysis into the Oscar Pistorius sentencing proceedings here at the North Gauteng High Court. Tomorrow, of course, we will be back. We're expecting both the state and the defense to start with their closing arguments tomorrow when we come back in this sentencing proceedings, as Advocate Gerinel already indicated that they will not be calling any witnesses moving forward. And of course, we know that Judge Thokozile Masipa has already indicated that she will not be available for the next coming weeks, meaning that we will probably only hear the sentence in the next month to come.
There's SABC's Patricia Fasaki there with law expert Tian Uberges coming to us from the North Gauteng High Court.